So, hello, happy Saturday, going to a concert. This is how I'm doing my makeup. I'm going to start by prepping the lids. Just put some concealer on your eyes. So I'm just going to set that with a little powder. A little contour in the lid, blend it out, nothing. So I'm taking this awesome like flat brush here. My biggest tip is to just take your brush, push it into your lash line. So now that you've put your eyeliner just on the base of the lashes, the other thing I like to do, if you want a nice round eye, this is fine, and obviously it depends on the shape of your eye, but if you want to bring up that tip, try to go from the middle of your eye out, like straight out in a straight line. I'm just going to bring this up a little bit. So this is the House of Lashes Temptress. Ooh, they're called Temptress Wispy. One thing I will suggest doing is bending the strip there and trying it on your lids before you put any glue on, just to sort of see where everything's gonna hit. I'm going to put the glue, and all I'm doing is kind of taking my lash and stamping. I'm going to put it back on the little tray it came in. The key here is to find the center point of the lashes, pop them right there. Just give them a second. And now I'm just pinching the lashes together with my tweezers, especially right here. Be very careful not to sneeze and jam the tweezers into your eye because that would thick. Bottom lash line. Oh, that's so good. I'm gonna do something that's a little crazy right now. This is just a hydrating primer. You can use a moisturizer, whatever you have on hand. I'm gonna take a little bit of corrector just on these bluish parts of my eye. And I'm using my finger. Taking this lighter concealer. This is It Cosmetics Illuminating Concealer in Light. Really nice concealer. You can get it at Ulta, Sephora maybe, and then itcosmetics.com, and they have great customer service at the actual website. So I'm going to take this and put this sort of wherever I want there to be light. Then this is a really awesome product. It's kind of not well known, but if you go to nigelbeauty.com, this huge pot is like $12-ish. I don't know if there's a price tag on here. It is so inexpensive, and it is by far the best contour I have ever used. It's got the gray cast, and it's extraordinary. It's really, really good. So I'm going to just quickly kind of cream contour right where I want to. The Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. Really inexpensive, fantastic stuff. I'm going to go in now with MAC Face and Body Foundation. It is super, super light. I'll dump that onto my palette with some Armani Fluid Sheer. Very, 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 very light foundation, very light layer. And I'm going to go in and just push this into my skin over top of everything else. And I'm not like swirling and doing all these crazy things. I am a little bit, especially down here. But this is going to give you really, really pretty natural skin that's going to last and have dimension. That's the key here, because you can just put on a really super full coverage foundation and that's fine. But then you have to add that dimension back in, which is where you get, several layers of product. And that's not really what we're going for. I'm going to grab that RCMA powder that I used before. This is the Wayne Goss number 14 brush, and I'm just going to really lightly powder where I'm going to put the powder products and to set that concealer. My face looks completely different when I contour my nose, and it looks different in a good way. So, contouring my nose. I like to hit this tip and shorten it and then kind of slim and straighten my nose. and just looks like a nice little shadow. Let's see. Ooh, there we go. I'm gonna switch to brows real quick. I'm gonna use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dark Brown Brow Powder and my Wayne Goss brushes from the brow kit. And I'm mixing the two shades and filling in any gaps. I like to start and put kind of the darkest shade in the arch and then blend it out. I have my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Gel, but I'm giving this a try, the Maybelline Great Lash Clear, just because it's so much cheaper and I don't have to order it online. I love the bronzer. Okay, so I'm pushing in and then buffing. Alright, I think I want some blush. So I'm going to use Charlotte Tilbury First Love. This is such a just very natural blush. We're going for basically a really natural look tonight. And then I'm going to take this other Urban Decay eyeshadow. It's called Punk. And it is a kind of plummy brown. Warm brown, if you will. I'm going to slide it right on top of the black and then slide it in until probably about like right here where the iris ends, which is the part of your eye that has color to it. I'm going to take, this is the Kevyn Aucoin Volume Mascara. I really like this for under eyes because it's the only thing I can use that does not run. It creates little tubies and it adds a ton of length. One of my last steps is to go in with a very thin concealer. This is Makeup Forever Lift Concealer. This is the shade 3. And I'm gonna sort of set any highlighted areas with this. So around my nose and mouth, under my eyes, center of my forehead, down the center of my nose and my lips. And what's so fun about this and what I love about this is it keeps this area, it moves, right? Unless you have really good Botox, this area is going to move, and that's what creates creasing. If you don't want creasing, you have to be really, really aware of what products you're using in this area. So if you use a really light product, it's going to hold everything in place and not cake and crease and look gross. I'm going to do 3 more things. Number 1, spray. Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. It's a staple. I've had it for years. I love it. It does amazing things. So this is the Tom Ford Rose Crush Lip Balm. Just a little bit. I'm going to take this guy, fan brush, and some highlighter. This is going to bring a ton of life to the face. Alright, now I'm going to take a fluffy brush. This is an IT Cosmetics Must Have Multi-Powder Brush. Just a little tiny bit. And I'm going to start back here and buff all of this together. And this is going to soften any harsh edges. It's going to make sure everything is nice and blended. And then one more spritz of makeup setting spray and that's it. So to recap, I just put a little bit of contour in the crease of my eye, black eyeliner, lashes, and then spent a ton of time on skin, making sure that everything just looks as natural as possible, but it's going to last and give my face some nice dimension. So cheers with the coffee to all the old geezers like myself trying to go out to a concert tonight. Thanks so much for watching. It's a little rough with trying to deal with Instagram Live. So I hope you enjoy this and learn something, and I will catch you next time.